We are back with another cozy stream with the Blue Dog Owlin and the game Rosewater. A special thank you to Application Systems Heidelberg for providing us a copy of this game. Soda, we're starting now. So it says here that this is, I believe, a point-and-click adventure about a heroine named Harley, I think, Legger, who wants to become a freelance writer. And then she starts looking into the story of the century about a missing man's fortune. Something that's really cool about this is the way it looks. They say that this is a game that has fully rotoscoped animations, and there's some randomized encounter storylets, as well as 5 travel companions where your choices matter and your relationships with your companions will affect the trajectory of the story. That all sounds super cool to me. Why don't we go ahead and jump into it, though? It looks like a very charming game. I think you all will agree once we see a little bit more of it. Oh, really quick, it also says it has over 60 characters, and they are voiced by a cast of professional actors, including Cissy Jones from Firewatch, Call of the Sea, Dave Fennoy from Walking Dead, and Roger Clark from Red Dead Redemption 2, among many others. So that's super exciting. And a music score by Lamplight City composer Mark Bennis. And Lurk can get ready for bed. Amai, thank you again for the raid. And please enjoy your Lurk. I look forward to seeing you in your relay race. You offering a rose in exchange for some water? Yes. Thank you. Let's see. I'll need to double check the audio, but hopefully it's not too loud. We'll play it by ear. How to play. Fortunately, it does seem it has some controller support, so I'm using my my PlayStation controller. It says double click to skip walking. I don't know, we'll have to see. Maybe I might have to use my mouse. But right here, I guess I can open my inventory with the I button, diary with D, the O button or 0 button to show objects. Talk to, multiple actions available, look at, exit screen. Okay. Alright, hopefully I'll figure it out. I don't know if there's any accessibility things to show. Let's see. Oh yeah, so they support language for, I guess, American English and German. And accessibility options, I always love to show these off. There's an auto advanced text, so the dialogue will advance automatically. Otherwise, I had to click the mouse or button, the enter button to proceed. They have extended timers, we can extend the time to dialogues. And there's autosave alert. And then a diary update alert to enable or disable alerts when the diary is updated. You could have a backdrop on or off for the dialogue text. And then enable or disable handwriting fonts in diary and journals. High contrast inventory highlights. And you can change the color of it, that's cool. Vertical radial menu. When selected, radial menu UI will appear as a vertical list to the right of the mouse cursor. Otherwise, it will appear horizontally above the cursor. I'll just keep it all default for now, and we'll see if we need to change anything. Alright, I guess we'll just start and push new game. Oh, look at that. How cute.
Ordered the 743 from Pierre Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space.
Yeah, I might lower it a little. Might be a little loud. starring these folks. Oh, the window's broken.
Much has been said about the western frontier. The perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there. Usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it.
Ooh. Francisco Gonzalez did the programming, art, and animation. Well done.
The thoughts in my head are running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur.
Nani-san, ute ute.
One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene.
Right. I might raise it a little bit now that the train isn't as loud. The town of Rosewater, they said, Western Vespuccia.
Huh. Quiet.
Yes, it's quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jem. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Legere.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Legere?
I'm here for a job. I'm just passing through. That's none of your business. Turquoise, welcome in. Well, look here, boys. What do we have here, partner? More gunster, we're playing some Rosewater. Gotta get our cowboy hat out for it. But right now, we're gonna be following Ms. Legere in her quest for a new job. Red Dead Redemption. They did say one of the voice actors worked on that game too, actually. Nigori-san yonpasu, irashaimase. Alright, I'm here for a job. It looks fantastic. But our main character doesn't look too pleased, like something is bothering her. Or she's suspicious of this man. I think he said his name was Jem. I'm here for a job.
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Oh my gosh, my wallet!
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing.
What are these crocodile tears?
All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
But I never got caught. But I never cried as much as you. But I was never quite so dumb. Oh my. It feels like you're about to play a game called The Town with No Name. Sudden flashbacks. I'm missing my hat. This one's close enough. I guess it's close enough. What should I say? I never got caught. I never cried as much as you. Never quite so foolish. More guns to maybe. I feel like JA would say either this option or this option. Good night, Blue Eyes. Thanks for hanging out. Get some good rest. Oyasumi, Yumio. Alright, I guess, I don't know. I kind of want to know what happens if I pick this option.
But I at least had some brains.
Had some brains.
Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
I kind of expected him to just cry on the way
Now,
out.
Where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
The darn publisher's office. Oh, that was I was like, what is that noise? The diary updated. Okay. Hello?
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat. I'm Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Legere.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or...
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
It's a very nice place. Very picturesque. The welcoming committee leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, very picturesque.
Oh, it's great. Real pretty.
Well, glad you think so. Most folks take one look around and get right on the next train back. But I can see you have some real grit. I doubt the dust and the flies will put you off.
There are a lot of flies.
Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. You run into any trouble, you come and see me.
Alrighty, thank you. What's up with these butterflies? Look at.
I wouldn't have figured the sheriff for a naturalist.
Ask about.
Fancy yourself a lepidopterist?
Ha! Hardly. Picked that display up from a passing rag and bone man. But I like when the sun shines on their wings just so. Real thing of beauty.
A lawman with a license? Guess Rosewater isn't so uncivilized after all.
He's got a license.
Does this license mean you went to sheriff school?
No, it means I was officially elected to the position by the people of this town. The paper is really just a formality.
Does this license...
No, the
I
paper...
wasn't sure if you were going to say something different. I guess not.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below. A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside. What's in the bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be burglar.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Wonder what to use that later.
Looks like a pretty rough sort. This fellow still at large?
Yep, but I reckon he's left the province.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
How long have you been the sheriff here? Tell me about Rosewater. Nice talking to you. Tell me about Rosewater.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true, but a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
Ask about the townsfolk. How long have you been sheriff here?
Just how long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, a couple years now. Like most everyone else, I came to Rosewater in '48 when we thought the hills were full of Orem. Except I stayed when it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep, but it turns out lawman was a more stable career.
Ask about the townsfolk. What's the deal with Jem?
That little weasel Jem is a real piece of work. What's his deal?
Did he cause you any trouble?
Nah, just tried putting on airs with his town greeter routine. But he was on his way once I let him know I wasn't having any of it.
That boy. He ain't a bad kid. just been dealt a bad hand. I've tried setting him straight, but his head's harder than granite.
Harder than
Each time
granite.
I set my foot down, show him the inside of himself for a while.
Trust me, that'll only make things worse. Perhaps rather than tossing away the bad apple, you might look in the barrel and figure out what made it rot.
Say, you ain't one of those social reformer types, are you?
Let's just say I've seen my share of cruddy barrels.
What else is there around here?
Anything of interest in the surrounding area?
Not really. The San Bernardino Valley don't offer much in the way of sightseeing. There's an army fort, Fort Beaumont, and an abandoned relic that used to be a laboratory. There's also an Indian village on the other side of the valley. But you'll want to steer clear. I've heard tell they can be real territorial. But all that's outside my jurisdiction. When you leave my town, you're taking your chances out there.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
Alrighty.
Doesn't look too comfy, but I guess that's the point. Does this cell see much use?
Nah, not really. Well, that's fine by me. The less I have to clean out that pot, the better.
Ugh, the pot.
Those are some stern-looking ladies. Hey, Sheriff?
Ma'am?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them. Mary was always my favorite. The trouble we used to get into when we was kids. Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken.
Oh.
I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile. Irma's a real sweetheart. Don't think I ever met a kinder soul. I hope she's doing well.
What happened to Sadie? It's not a free hotel. You don't want to be here.
Not a bad view. Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
What's this photo of?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up. My folks still have a ranch there. Been meaning to pay 'em a visit. It ain't exactly a metropolis, but it's got character. Sometimes I find myself wondering what life would be like if I'd stayed.
A bed's a bed. I mean, I guess. It is sheltered to some degree. Ooh, I just like zoomed. I double clicked it to see if I would go faster. Actually, can I get back on the train? That'd be interesting. Oh, okay, so I can see my items display. Warded lock, no key for me. Turn the hook freely. Padlocks, look at the key to start the fun, then shake the snake for a long, long run. Deadbolts. Tense the key and choose the snake. Look round as you give it a shake. Tumbler locks. The key stays still, the diamond shines. Turns up just once, then down 3 times. Wow, there's a lot here. Aboard the WV Express. Boarded the 743 from Pierre Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of in the literal or metaphorical sense. Ah, this is what she said earlier. Okay, cool. I think this is different. Okay. This is what she probably wrote about after the encounter with Jem. It's safe. No. The dusty streets of Rosewater. People are the same everywhere. Rotten, grasping, and two-faced. I've passed not 10 minutes in this town and already it feels like home. A couple of street kids take advantage of the deserted thoroughfare to waylay and fleece new arrivals. All in front of the sheriff's office, no less. A rascal by the name of Jem, self-styled town greeter, carries off a whole routine while his young confederate, none too skilled in technique, nor yet hardened to this way of life, clumsily attempts to relieve the mark of valuables. The mark on this regrettable occasion being me. The distractor made himself scarce, and I eventually shooed the pickpocket away with a stern warning. I wonder if I am too lenient. Perhaps it would have been a kindness to show the bumbling innocent just how wretched this path can be before he has traveled too far along it. I can't say a part of me didn't itch to. The old impulses are hard to resist. If some charitable soul had had the decency and consideration to black my eyes and break my bones at that tender age, once and for all frightening me back into the arms of virtue, what saner course might my life have followed? Bloop. She's like, what'd I go in there for? Get in there. Okay. Alright, let's get over here then. It's nice you can double click to like fast travel if you know you want to go somewhere. And that's a little hard to read. The blacksmith.
Can't be a good sign when even the blacksmith goes out of business. No shoes for you, horsies.
Oh, poor horsies.
Can't be a good
They don't get their shoes.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles. This padlock's not going anywhere, not without encouragement. Soft drink crates, a sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat.
Oh, I didn't know they had soft drinks back then.
Nothing inside but a colony of ants.
Nobody wants that.
Shame. I could go for a sarsaparilla. I hope that isn't the town water supply.
It's pretty tiny if it is. Position.
The local sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
Just arrived in town. Name's Harley Leger. And you're Dr. Sedgwick?
At your service. Welcome to Rosewater and to my clinic. Anything in particular ailing you today?
Got anything to drink? It's hot out there. I've got this blister on my foot. Nah, I'm just looking around. Yeah, let's get a drink.
I could use something cool to drink. It's hot as blazes, and I am this close to having a conniption.
You'll want to visit the Jack of Diamonds at the end of the thoroughfare. My stock doesn't offer much in the way of refreshment, I'm afraid.
Wouldn't expect to hear a doctor prescribing a visit to the saloon.
A sarsaparilla or weak beer, drunk in moderation, can be a perfectly healthful and thirst-quenching beverage. I'd recommend it over water in any case.
Interesting. Why?
Quite a variety of potions and tonics you've got here, Doc.
It's only a small part of the bounteous pharmacopoeia that nature might make available to us if only we knew her secrets. There is so much to be discovered.
Quite a variety.
It's only if
Have you actually read all these books, Doc?
I have. They also serve for reference. Learning is a lifelong endeavor.
I agree. Be a lifelong learner.
Medical College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
Well, that's just disgusting.
Not disgusting, it's fascinating, awe-inspiring.
To each his own.
Our heroine is so judgmental. I think this is fascinating too. I like to look at these kind of diagrams. I think it's really cool to learn. Especially the inner workings of your body.
What's in the pouch?
Oh, just some supplies for house calls and emergencies.
You can take it. I'm not going to take his stuff.
Hey, Doc, is that mess of noodles really what our insides look like?
Indeed, Miss Legere. The human body truly is a marvel.
I suppose that's one word for it. I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough
Animalcules.
washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
Interesting.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Hmm.
Hey, Doc.
Miss Legere.
How's business?
So, how's the medicine business?
What a question. I'm a physician, Miss Legere, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. But that is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle and the townsfolk healthy than my surgery be full of the ill and infirm.
Hmm. What can you tell me about Rosewater?
Got any knowledge to impart about Rosewater?
Oh, well, it's a fine town.
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm sure you'll find plenty to see and do here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I want to know your thoughts on this place. Warts and all.
Were Rosewater one of my patients, I would say the prognosis is not good. Not since all the Aurum claims dried up and the airship routes opened, leapfrogging over our rail line. The hangers-on keep this place gasping for breath, but I fear they only prolong the inevitable. I hope I haven't discouraged you, but you did ask my opinion.
Why don't you go somewhere else then?
If things are so bad, why not pick up and move elsewhere?
I swore an oath to do no harm, Miss Legere. As the town's only physician, leaving would mean abandoning my patients. There may not be many left to call on my services, but when they do, I am the only barrier standing between them and the grave.
Isn't that a bit dramatic, Doc?
Say what you will, I know where I stand on the matter.
This guy sounds like a nice man. Can't you get someone to take your place?
Why not train somebody to take over for you?
I did have an apprentice not long ago, my ward, Nadine.
What happened to her?
Oh, this is no kind of life for a restless young person. I encouraged her to put her talents to use elsewhere. She's ministering to the local native tribe now.
Tell me about this tribe.
Who is this tribe?
I'm afraid I don't know much about them, just that they have a small village somewhere in the valley. I believe they call themselves the Audam? Autumn? I'm not certain of the pronunciation. At any rate, they don't come to the town, and I imagine the townsfolk mostly let them be as well.
What do you know about the other townsfolk?
You must know all about the townsfolk.
I am well acquainted with all their ailments, proclivities, and vices. But if you're just seeking gossip, you'll have to find it elsewhere.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
The Rosewater. The Rosewater Post and Publisher. Okay, that's where we want to go, I think. But before we do that, let's explore over here first. Ooh, the saloon. The Undertaker.
Business seems slow today. Probably a good thing. Business seems... Business? Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the rot gut back in Pierre. Horse pills? Is that pills for horses or pills made from horses?
What does
Or
it do?
both.
What's it do?
Looks like it's been up for ages. Wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age.
They probably turn you into a horse.
These seem to be for decoration more than anything else. These seem... Food delivery for the lazy. Warning, watch the dang door. Signed, management.
Look at.
Now that is mighty tempting.
I want to press the button.
Scenes from the wild country. A night campfire, a wild horse, and a bear in the mountains. Sure would be something to see all that up close and personal. Except maybe the bear. Scenes, sure. Someone's hunting trophy. The local populace getting sloshed. The local I bet that piano hasn't been tuned since the De Leon administration. She's making the best of it, though.
Does it sound off tune? I mean, I think it's that last button press. Do it. Push the button. Okay, I'll go push the button.
Nothing upstairs but a bunch of empty rooms.
Wow.
Food delivery for... Let's go down this way. That's why they said to watch the door, huh? It just swings open real fast. Rosewater Opera House. Gentleman Jake's Wild West. All seats. 26 something? 2 weeks only? Thrills, excitement. And gin play? What? Never heard of this one. Betrayal, murder, revenge, classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life. Gentleman Jake's Wild West? Well, this is what passes for entertainment around here? Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity. All right, the Ethericity fellow. I didn't know he was working out here. Locked.
Well, we tried.
This is the place.
Oh my. Are you alright? You almost landed on me. Ignore him and enter the office. Are you alright?
Holy hell.
Holy heck.
All right, mister?
I'll go get the doctor. I'll get the sheriff. I gotta go. I'll go get the doctor.
Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
Doc, we need your help.
Doc, come quick. I've got an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Here he is, poor bastard.
The poor
Oh,
bad apple.
dear. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact, no obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Miss Legere.
It was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Legere. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
In my inventory? Here you go.
October 25th, 1850. Dear Miss Legere, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Hi, Dragon Colony. Oh, what would you like to help with? Select. Oh, here you go.
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Oh, okay, I see. Can I help you with something? Oh, yeah, I'm here for the writing post job. May I see your letter? Here you go. Excellent. We'll go upstairs.
Cozy.
Yeah, it is really cozy looking.
That cabinet's better organized than I'll ever be.
I find it fascinating that Miss Legere came out here with nothing.
They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work. Impressive piece of machinery. Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
What can you tell me about Rosewater?
What's to know about this town?
Well, you picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Legere.
Why's that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
Look, the orb right there? That's not an orb. There is no orb. That looks like it's a schedule or something. What happened to all those people?
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Aurum actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on, convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
How long have you been working here?
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
Oh, farmhand turned into bookkeeper. Do you know anything about the townsfolk?
Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
Who was that man that fell out of the window?
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
Hey, Florida man, welcome in. We're playing point-and-click adventure game called Rosewater right now. We just started it up. Trying to learn about the townsfolk here because we want to become a writer. That's some impressive facial hair. I mean, it is.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Leger. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be. I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Let's go find Joni.
Come in.
Hello, Joan. I'm Harley Leger.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off. Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind. Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Give your life story. Write a succinct biography. Avoid the question. I'd be curious to do this, but maybe succinct biography.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. I haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
Truth. I had to take care of some family affairs. I hadn't been in a while. I had to take care of some family affairs.
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Fantastic. Hot darn. Well, I'll be. I like fantastic. Fantastic.
Fantastic. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
The buffoon performing at the Opera House?
Bite your tongue. Is that really what you think of him? He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. A star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town. He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand, how charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
Who was that man that went out your window? You said the Rosewater Post covered the Lamplight City Expo? What can you tell me about Rosewater? Can't I write about something else? What can you tell me about Rosewater?
Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but, oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
How'd you start this paper?
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
Tell me about the townspeople.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
Could you tell me more about them? Sounds like a pretty stalwart bunch. What's keeping them here?
If so many have left, what's keeping anyone around?
Some are stubborn, maybe. Some are just stuck. But I can only answer for myself. I've put too much work into this paper and this community to think of leaving it behind. As for everyone else, you'd have to ask them yourself.
You said the Rosewater Post covered the Lamplight City Expo?
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I've still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
The Rosewater Post, Wednesday, June 9th, 1847. 2 coppers. Disaster at Lamplight City Expo. The Etheric Pavilion at the Global Exposition in New Bretagne, I forgot they called it, Kingsland, was the site of a terrifying disaster that claimed 15 lives on Saturday. During a demonstration by etheric researcher Dr. Bennett Clark, a device known as the etheric generator malfunctioned and released a burst of energy into the audience, instantly vaporizing 14 attendees and 1 stage assistant. Excuse me? Wow, I guess they got the picture over there on the right there. The scene of the etheric horror. Oops, the machine didn't work. Bzz. Holy moly. An eyewitness described the scene for the new... they told me what this was, the new Bretagne? For the new Bretagne Gazette. The thing started up with a crazy crackling noise, startling the ladies in attendance and raising several cries of excitement. In the next instant, there was a blinding flash of light. After that was just the screams and a horrible burning smell. From where I stood, I could see that a bunch of folks gathered to one side of the apparatus were just gone. All that was left were shoes of folks and hats and things in a pile of ash. And the worst thing was, their shadows were still there on the wall behind. A controversial figure in the scientific community, Dr. Clark has championed novel theories on the existence of ethericity, a supposedly inexhaustible source of energy located in the upper atmosphere. The Etheric Pavilion, an exhibit jointly sponsored by Keslick Industries, Harmon and Grove, and Eastern Consolidated Coal, was intended to showcase the technology's potential before a global audience. Although public enthusiasm may be somewhat dampened following the event of last weekend. Dr. Clark was taken in for questioning by the authorities, but it remains to be seen whether he or any of his sponsors will be held legally responsible for the lives lost in the accident. Gilroy mine to close. Silas Gilroy announced on Friday that his Orem mine would cease operations at the end of the month. This marks the 3rd major mine closure in the past year, in addition to many smaller claims that had been consolidated and sold cheaply or abandoned. Like every other prospector who hauled out here, I was hopeful after early results were so strong. But those deeper veins had just failed to turn up, said Mr. Gilroy. It's all sparkle and no show. The mine's closure will deal yet another blow to Rosewater's fortunes, leaving over 40 men out of work. The PM calls for etheric ban. Prime Minister Hart Leroy wasted no time in condemning the Lamplight City Expo disaster and called on Parliament to impose a ban on etheric research. Despite predictable opposition from the Atwood wing, MPs may be more receptive to Leroy's proposal in the wake of the disaster. A vote is expected to be called in the coming weeks. Supporters of Clark's research insist that an isolated incident does not invalidate the potential benefits of etheric technology, but public opinion may be tipping in favor of the ban. That's some pretty serious stuff, man. You imagine it's like, oh my gosh, we turn on the machine, bzz, and all that's left is the shoes and the shadow on the wall.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
Who was that man that went out your window?
So, who is the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see.
I'll be on my way.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are. Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
Dang. Joni watched her get into some fisticuff fighting.
Is this the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of me life.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Traitors, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough. The New Britannia Gazette. Keeping
Britannia.
tabs on the competition?
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
The New Britannia Gazette.
Hardly.
Hey, that's Devil's Tooth. I passed it on the train right here.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
Nice typewriter.
A first. Good old Sheldon Model 4.
Typewriters are so cool. I've always appreciated the way they look and feel, especially when you're typing on them.
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Telephones. I like how they did the framing in here. It's actually really cool. They put this like foreground. Really gives some depth to the room.
I hope fixing that window won't be too expensive.
I may just leave it for a while. I'm enjoying the breeze.
What is this thing?
That's quite a stick.
A memento from my grandfather back in County Donegal. Comes in handy now and again.
Yeah, I was wondering what this was. Like, it's kind of high up there. How does she reach it?
What do you need?
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there. Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
Excuse me?
I'd love to chat, Miss Legere, but I'm a bit occupied at the moment.
Don't let me distract you then.
All right, goodbye. Gotta go talk to the other guy from... Think over this way? Oh, interesting.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
What a cute little carriage.
Locked.
Okay. I don't know if they want me to go find the lockpick set from the sheriff? Or maybe I'm supposed to go into the saloon and look for someone. Oh, this guy's new.
Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
But I need to speak with him. I'm from the Rosewater Post.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
I don't want to get vaporized.
Around here.
I don't want to be vaporized in his show.
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
I bet that piano...
Oh, there's someone in the corner here now. Looks like you got a nice little, effect in the distance. Oh, it's this dude.
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Yes, I am. No, I think I taught your friend a lesson.
Nah. But your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
He's your brother. You just walked away and your brother got caught? You got good self-preservation instincts. You just walked away and your brother got caught?
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
What job? I'm sure they wouldn't vaporize a dog. Explode maybe. No, I don't want the explosion either.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Want to buy a ticket for the show?
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you
I think
walked
this
up.
guy's lying to us.
Seriously?
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
I just need to speak with Jake.
Alright, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line, and I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Oh my goodness.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value.
I bet it's the lockpick set.
It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
How about 2 crowns we forget this favorite nonsense? Where's your brother now? This sounds like a matter for the law. I'll do it, but only to get in. I'm not doing you any favors. Let me in or else. The blacksmith shop is locked up.
If this Lola stole from you, why not report it to the sheriff?
Oh, come on. I thought you was sharp. That lazy tyrant would cuff my brother and me soon as look at us. It's just the two of us. Me and him against the world. We got no one else to turn to. So, will you help us out?
Where's your brother now?
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
Great, then you don't need me. That's a terrible idea. I hope he gets caught and locked up for good. That's a terrible idea.
And you're letting him risk his neck again? He'll be collared in no time. Like as not, you'll never see him again.
Oh, I know. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
I'll do it, but only keep your brother out of trouble. I'm not doing you any favors. Let me in or else. Black shop is locked up.
The blacksmith's got a giant padlock on the door.
So?
So, I'm not breaking into private property?
I told you the place is abandoned. Lola's squatting in there. Besides, it's not really breaking in if you're retrieving something stolen. Sheriff Gamble won't trouble himself over it, trust me. And if you run into Lola, I'm sure someone like you can handle her.
I'm not doing you any favors. Let me in or else. I don't know if I trust this dude. He might be lying about, like, selling tickets. Do we care about his brother? I don't think we need to break in, hopefully. Yeah, I'll keep him out of trouble.
That kid deserves better than getting strung up for doing your dirty work. Call him off. I'll handle it.
Swell. You know where to find me.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
How about 2 crowns if you forget this whole favor nonsense? I'm not sure this is better either. I don't like the idea of doing this.
Wait here. I'll be back.
I look forward to it.
Can we just ask the sheriff to look in there?
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Did you hear about the guy who got thrown out of a window? About the townsfolk.
Were you aware that a man was thrown from the window at the Rosewater Post?
Is that right? Who was it?
Never saw him before. Looked New Spanish.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's in Doc Sedgwick's care.
Well, that's good. Sounds like I need to have words with Joni, though.
What do you know about Joan Gallagher?
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
Whew, I've yet to meet anyone with a more fiery temper. My advice is to stay on Joni's good side. You don't want to end up going out the window like that poor bastard.
What's there to know about Doc Sedgwick?
Is Doc Sedgwick on the up and up, or is he one of those frontier quacks?
Oh, no. Doc Sedgwick's tried and true. Why, he saved the town from a yellow fever epidemic just last year. The doc's pretty much the glue holding this town together. Leastways, that's what he's fond of telling everybody.
Anything you tell me about Gentleman Jake?
What's the story with Gentleman Jake?
Which one? If even half of them are true, he's a lion among men, a real Western hero. But you can catch his show while he's in town and hear it straight from the source.
Do you know anything about Lola Johnson?
Are you acquainted with Lola Johnson?
Not really. She mostly keeps to herself. As long as she don't cause trouble, I'm willing to overlook the squatting.
Who was that fancy older lady I saw leaving the saloon?
I saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking, sounded old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what someone like that'd be doing in Rosewater.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
A bag of lockpicks. Tempting. Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Just saying hello.
I see. Well, hope you're keeping out of trouble.
Well, before I go take that, let's go talk to the doctor. JD, get some good rest. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oyasumi, Yumio. Good night, sweet dreams.
Hello again. I'm afraid I haven't the time for idle chit-chat, Miss Leger.
Oh, all right. He doesn't look half bad, all things considered.
No, he was lucky. Once I'm done here and the laudanum wears off, he should be right as rain.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, I wouldn't try talking to him just now, Miss Leger. I gave him a mild narcotic to numb the pain. He'll be out of sorts for a while. I'm afraid...
Oh. What's in the pouch?
Oh, just some supplies for house calls and emergencies.
I can't believe we just took it.
Pretty common-looking leather pouch. The stuff inside isn't of much use to me.
Can I just put it back?
I'd better not.
Please, leave the patient be, Miss...
Okay. I don't know if I should have... I wonder if I need this to swap with the sheriffs so they don't know I took the sheriffs. I feel weird because it's one of those things where it's like I can't tell if like I'm supposed to do this or if I can do this quest.
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
Without taking these items.
I can't swap the bags with the sheriff sitting right there.
Okay, well maybe I can ask him to come over here and look at this.
Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
What was it you said about this photo?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up. It ain't exactly a metropolis, but it's got character.
He'll notice they're missing.
My folks still have a ranch there. Been meaning to pay him a visit.
Yeah, I guess that. It's ours now, I know. This is our set now. I really was hoping not to do this, but
Not the best quality lockpicks, but they'll do in a pinch. This should be easy to pick. Just have to remember that rhyme I taught Bill. Good thing I wrote it down in my journal.
Alright, I think she said it was a padlock. Wiggle the key to start the fun, then shake the snake for a long, long run. I guess I picked this thing up.
The tension key. Don't pick locks without it. A hook pick. Good for locks with smaller pins. A snake pick. Best type for getting the job done quickly. A diamond pick. This one's good for simple door locks.
Guess we're gonna throw this in here. And this guy is the snake, they said. Wiggle the key to start the fun, then shake the snake for a long, long run. Wiggle. Twist left. Twist right. Left. Right. I don't know if it's supposed to unlock.
I should have this open in no time. It's just like the rhyme. Learned it by heart as a tyke and scribbled it down for posterity.
Wiggle. I don't know if it's just like, this is good
I
enough.
should have this open. Learn. I should have this. Learn.
Maybe I got the wrong one? This is a snake, they said.
A snake pick. Best type for getting the job done quickly.
It's a padlock, I think. Wiggle the key. Take the snake for a long, long run.
I should have learned. Hellfire, am I losing my touch? Good thing I wrote down the rhyme in my journal before I lost all my wits.
I don't quite understand what they mean, take it for a long run. Like, I think they mean just wiggle it, but... Like, I don't know if I'm listening for something. Maybe I'm supposed to wait for the wiggling to finish? Like, maybe I gotta do this and wait for it and then I keep touching this?
What am I doing wrong here? That damn rhyme. Long, long run is the part I'd better not forget.
I don't understand what they mean long, long run, though. I kind of just thought it was like, just keep doing this. I assume I need to do it when it's wiggling, though. The lockpick increased to 30. I just don't understand what they mean by run. Like, I don't know if it's not just to do twist right. Or if I need to actually go left and... I imagine left and right. But I don't know if they want at the same time, or I assume so. If it says run, I imagine it's left, right, because of... That's how you run, right? Go one paw in front of the other. So you just want one way, but I don't think so. Well, this is not a padlock, but she said it was a padlock. I mean, she did say long, long run here too.
A diamond pick. A hook pick.
No, these are the right ones. I just don't know if I'm supposed to be doing it at the same time. Or... I do this run after the wiggle. Like, I don't know if, like, I'm supposed to wait till after the wiggle and then do the run. And I don't know if it punishes me if I'm supposed to wait. If I didn't wait, then it doesn't work. I don't think they'd want you to sit here and do this for like 20 times. Seems a little excessive. Alright, I'll just stop. We'll wiggle it first, and then I'll try again after. I do hear it's making a sound. Maybe I gotta line the sound up with the wiggle. But I don't think it needs to be timed. It seems too hard.
I should have this learned. I should have this learned.
Or maybe I gotta take this out? Like, maybe I wiggle it and then I take it out? I don't think so, though. Like this, and then take it out and put this one in? You can tell who's never had experience with this before. I'm not really sure what I'm listening for or waiting for, if I'm even doing it right.
I should have this learned. Confound this lock. If I can't pick it, I should just break the damn thing. This padlock's not going in.
Break.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles. If I use my bare hands, the only thing I'll get is a broken wrist. But if I use something heavy, looks sturdy,
I don't know. Do y'all know? I feel like I should know what this is. We'll just save. Oh. I feel like I should know what it wants, but I don't understand. Wiggle the key to start the fun, then take the snake for a long, long run. Like, we need this.
I should have this.
And we need this one. Hey Bronx, welcome in. Is this essentially a point and click? You love these kinds of games in the 90s? Yes, this is a point and click game called Rosewater. And we're supposed to be finding out a really big scoop for our heroine's writing job at the Post. But to do that, we're trying to help out some troubled youth with retrieving a lost watch or a stolen watch. And that's why we're here with this device. I'm not sure I understand if I'm supposed to be twisting this thing in conjunction with the key. I kind of thought I am. Or I don't know, maybe... Can I touch this? I can't touch this anymore. It just says take it for a long, long run. So I kind of meant... To me, it's like, well, you just keep doing this. But I just don't know... I don't know how sensitive it is or how long or the timing. Because the instructions aren't terribly clear. They give another option too where you can, I guess, look for something to break the lock, but I feel like it is possible to use the lock this way. But I don't want to actually... I mean, maybe not, but I think it is. But this is just, like, not clear what you're supposed to do. Maybe if you've actually picked locks before, it makes a lot of sense.
Fantastic.
I don't get it. I don't know what I did there that was different from the other thing.
Seems the obvious place to keep valuables. Just worthless trinkets. Decorative or a functional hiding place?
I totally hear some weird noises in there.
Well now, what have we here? Got what I came for. Best not to stick around.
Are we gonna put the lock back on? Because I think we should.
Fancy. Too bad there doesn't seem to be a pawn shop in town.
Can we even trust that this is actually their person's watch? Their grandfather's watch? It could have been her watch. And we're just taking it from her. I'm not exactly sure what I did differently in that mini game, other than maybe it was a timing issue.
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
You want to tell me about this thing over here again? So I can give you back your lockpick?
Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
What was it you said about this photo?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up. My folks still have a ranch there. Been meaning to pay 'em a visit. Sometimes I I find myself wondering what life would be like if I'd stayed.
Oh, I can't put it back.
All
Okay.
things considered, I still do miss the place.
I guess I'm meant to keep this. Can I just use the lockpick on this thing? That'd be funny. No.
Ooh, are those lockpicks? I could use some of those.
Get your own. I just wanted to show these to you.
Right. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Crazy to think the guy responsible used to have a show in this theater.
It's cool we get to ask them about things.
Here's your watch back.
No fooling. You actually got it?
They didn't used to call me Housebreaker Harley for nothing.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Anyways, that's my part of the bargain held up. You gonna let me in now?
Sure, go on. Oh, and thanks. I know we've had our tiffs, but I really do appreciate you getting this for me. My dear departed pa can rest easy again knowing his watch is back where it belongs.
I don't know why we
That's
trust
not your
him.
watch at all, is it?
Well, it is now.
Kid, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to tell the time on that thing is by squatting over a mirror. You get me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement?
Yeah.
Are you ready for some fun?
Yeah. Cheer, applaud, heckle. Cheer.
Yeah!
Woohoo, yeah.
Without further ado, now present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it to an orphanage. Gentleman Jake Ackerman!
Oh, I thought that was the gentleman, Jake. The horse.
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Lowe. Now let's get this show on the road. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
I wonder what the heck was. I guess. Woo-wee!
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun, and bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead, defeated, in the mud.
Yay. Heckle.
You sure you didn't just bore him to death?
I wasn't sure.
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. You see those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, fix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink. For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air.
Wow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
Magnanimous.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Check of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Yay. That was cute.
Locked.
I'm telling you, Jake, I need that money tonight.
You knew the deal going in, Charlie. There's nothing I can do about it.
We'll see about that.
Hope I'm not interrupting, gentlemen.
My friend here was just saying his farewells. Weren't you, Charlie? Please do pardon that unpleasant display. What can I do for you, my dear?
Name's Harley Legere. I'd like to interview you for the Rosewater Post.
Well, shucks, it would be my pleasure, Miss Legere. Shall we go upstairs to my room? Beats standing out here in the dust.
Lead on.
Miss Legere, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Legere.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
It was amazing. It was pretty good. I've seen better. It was pretty good.
Yes, that's definitely the word for it.
I'm glad you think so. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right.
Tell me your real story. What brings you show to Rosewater? What's your greatest accomplishment? Is there anything that scares you? Well, people will be surprised to learn about you. How do you spend your time? Danny, what do you think of Jake? Yeah, I should ask that. What will people be surprised to learn about you?
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Legere. Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Tell me your real story.
So who is the real Gentleman Jake?
Mercy me. That's a hell of a question. Now, I ain't much for philosophizing, Miss Legere, so I'll just say this. In my case, what you see is what you get.
I see. Well, okay then.
What brings your show to Rosewater?
How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
I would. What's your greatest accomplishment?
You're clearly a man of great deeds. Which would you say has been your greatest?
I value all my accomplishments equally, Miss Legere. To single any one out would diminish the others. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
What a noble sentiment.
I like to think so.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry to cut things short, Miss Legere. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story in the next edition.
Dang, I thought I could ask all the questions.
See the lady out, would you?
Good meeting you, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am. Jake! Get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here.
Uh-oh.
You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Are you sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid. Let's dance, cowboy.
Are they really gonna go fight? Oh, they are!
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
Why didn't we just leave?
You're in my way, you lummox.
And that's where I'm staying. Ooh-wee!
Nice dodge! I'd better do something to stop these fools.
Come on, McGuire! Hey, don't start any trouble, lady. Oh, no, you're not getting away that easy.
Star Trek fighting. They're going at it.
We can do this all day.
I thought she used to be a good fighter. What happened?
Give him a new face.
I was hoping to bring him over there and knock him out.
Way. Hey, pick on someone your own size. Hey, watch that left jab.
Can I not move around them?
Give him a new face. Hey, don't start.
Do I not have anything in my possession to like throw at them?
Food delivery for the lazy.
Ooh-wee!
I'd better do something to...
Don't see anything I could take around.
Come on, McGuire!
They don't let me walk this way.
Block off.
This bottle?
Huh. Bollingworth Ale. Didn't know they got that out here.
Go on, get him! Hey! Don't start any trouble, lady.
I'm gonna use this then.
Whoopsie daisy. Sleep tight, chump.
She got an attitude.
Nothing on him but the stench.
Yeah, let's get rid of this.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Whoo-wee! That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
Business
What about
proposition.
Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Legere, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job, and I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Isn't he the guy that, like, blew up people? Sure he wasn't.
Of course. The etheric researcher. What about him?
Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
Aurora. Danny-san. Live long and prosper. Ooh-wee. That's his your noggin and his. Mm-hmm. No, it was taking me a second to be like, what do I gotta do here? Because I was like, yeah, we'll just solve this. I didn't see that bottle on the table. Let's see, so what happened to him? So you want to find him? You said you weren't gonna beat around the bush.
Okay, so get to the point already.
We're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Stash? What stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope, I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this, a swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot, makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, he's the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split. Enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
I'm not. What if all of this is a wild goose chase to get us all destroyed? I'm not, and frankly, I don't trust you. Oh no, I'm completely convinced.
Truth be told, I'm not. Assuming this fortune even exists, which it probably doesn't, how do I know you won't just leave me for dead and take it all for yourself?
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Legere. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Legere's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
Money. They love to spend their riches. They don't give a hoot about people like us. No, but I'm sure you'll tell me. They love to spend their riches. No, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
I don't. Please, enlighten me.
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols. and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
Like a good story. I'm in, but no funny business. That money is as good as ours. I feel like she still wants to write her story. This might be a good story.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. At the very least, this venture should make for an interesting tale.
I'm pleased to hear you say that.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Ask about him. How long have you known Jake? Or how long have you and Jake known each other?
I want to know something about you, Danny.
Okay. Like what?
You and Jake known each other long?
Gosh, that's a good question. I guess it's been about 2 years?
Sounds about right.
Time goes by quick when you travel around as much as we do.
How did you meet?
How did you two meet up, anyway?
Oh, Jake tells the story much better than I do. Ask him.
What were you doing before?
What did you do before becoming Jake's assistant?
Oh, nothing glamorous. I was a stable hand in Quick Point. Life with Gentleman Jake is certainly more, lively.
How old are you?
Just how old are you, anyway?
I'll be 21 this winter, but I can handle myself just fine if that's what you're worried about.
True enough. Danny's more experienced than some folk twice his age. You'd be a fool to underestimate him.
Do you have a family?
Have you got any family?
Sure. My parents and older brother live on the coast, near El Presidio. I write them every month. I haven't seen them in a dog's age, though. But Jake's been like family to me, really.
We should get a move on. Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Ask about him. How did you and Danny meet?
I've got some more questions about you.
I'm always happy to answer.
How'd you and Danny get together?
I was packing up after a run of shows in Quick Point, having a hard time of it. You see, my assistant had up and left a few days prior, so I was flying solo.
Your assistant left? Why?
The showman's life ain't for everybody. I don't fault him for it. Anyhow, Danny comes up and offers to help with the crates. You should have seen him. Eyes wide, hands shaking, downright charming. So Danny gives me a hand and we get to talking. Turns out he's got experience roping and shooting. Even gave me a demonstration. I offered him the job as my assistant on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history.
I want to hear about your previous adventures.
Would you care to recount some of your previous adventures?
I'd love to, but I'm afraid now just ain't the time. Soon as we have a respite, I'll be glad to regale you.
I'm impressed, Miss Leger. Never thought I'd live to see the day Jake refused to tell his story.
How did you learn about Clark's money?
Just how did you come to learn about Clark's money?
Not long ago, I got to talking with a feller at the saloon. The whiskey had loosened his lips and he blabbed all about the success of his Aurum claim. But then he told me about how he'd invested most of that Aurum in Clark's research and how he wasn't the only one.
And you're certain these investors won't be wanting their money back?
Can't speak for the rest, but this feller won't. See, his aforementioned loose lips got him into trouble with some other folk. Poor bastard was shot dead in the street.
Oh, wow.
I see. Enough jabber. Let's push on. Now there's something you don't see every day.
You can say that again.
Who's this? Go back home?
Miss Legere? I'm sure I needn't remind you that our priority is getting into that lab. Plenty of time for exploring once we finished here.
Hey, wait. Where you going? What about the lab?
Right. First things first.
I was just curious. I wanted to look around.
Guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that the front door is not wide open for us.
That's a serious-looking lock.
Way too complicated for these lockpicks.
So, how are we supposed to get in?
Battering ram? Locksmith?
Know if there are any locksmiths in town?
I'd prefer if we handled this ourselves. My old pal Captain Stokes is stationed nearby at Fort Beaumont. He owes me a favor, or two.
Maybe he could give us some high-powered equipment to get inside.
You read my mind, Danny boy. Wouldn't do any harm to take a look around out here first, though.
Oh, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. How was your stream? What are you all up to? Welcome in, Kinger. Welcome in, Raiders. Cheer party, cheer. How was Fortnite? Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, Co. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Cheer party, cheer. Hope the Fortnite went well. It was fun. You got a dub with the wonderful Kinger Man. Awesome! Congrats on the dub. And that's always a fun time, I imagine. Those who don't know code, please go check them out. They were last seen playing some Fortnite with Kinger. And they got themselves the dub. How's stream going for you? Going really well. We've been exploring a couple sponsored games today. We were looking at 2 Western themed games. The first one was more of a hidden objects game, and now we're playing a point and click game called Rosewater. In this game, we play as an aspiring journalist who just moved out to this new town called Rosewater, and she's trying to make a living here, but she seems to have quite a very unusual past in that it sounds like she was a little rapscallion herself, getting into all sorts of fist fights and lockpicking and all sorts of other things. But here we are on a journey to find some buried loot, because apparently these 2 gentlemen have heard a story about a massive amount of wealth that might be hiding in this house. You were the follow, welcome in. But yeah, thank you for asking, and thank you so much for the raid. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but we do celebrate those who raid in, subscribe, or gift a subscription with a mini game I made called the OW RPG. If you win this mini game, you receive an illustration from me, and all you gotta do to play is say yes and hang around a few minutes. Would you be interested in playing? Oh my goodness. Yes? Okay, let me get it ready for you. Alrighty, this RPG is for code to celebrate them raiding in. Please type an exclamation point join. May you all defeat the dragon. And win an illustration for Co. Baton-san yanpas! Irashaimase! This town ain't big enough for the two of us, Dragon. Gunslinger Owlin, probably. Well, more like I ain't letting you come here and take our pizza from the Pizza Pup Village. Last call to help out the team. Please type an exclamation point join. The pup with no name. Just the blue dog. Alright, everyone, let's do our best. Here's the dragon, led by Team Co. We got Badman, Mocha, and Grookey. That was Sephiroth. And here comes the Rhythm Blast. There's Sephiroth again, the best looking pup here. Please type exclamation point blessed to help the team with their final strike. There goes Chi, blessing a team. Big damage. Big damage with the copy one smash. But no, not quite enough. Experience points are being distributed. Badman needs one more point to level up. Congratulations to Mocha, now level 4. Wham! Button-san, congratulations, now level 2. Wham! And Chi needs, I think that's 6 more points? 6 more points. Experience points have been distributed. Thank you all for helping out Team Co. And Co, thank you again for the raid. Really appreciate it. Glad you had a fun time playing with Kinger and getting the dub in Fortnite. Oh. Big damage, but orb, no orb. No. GG. Rigged dragon, not rigged. That was the cutest thing you ever seen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I programmed that and did the artwork myself. I'm actually working on a 2.0 update, and hopefully it'll be very soon when I get to release it. I'm thinking maybe doing an alpha release of it so I can get some feedback from you all, because it is a much more complicated system I've been working on for 2.0, so it might need a little more testing live. But thank you so much, really appreciate the raid. Thank you for the nice words. We're gonna try to be, very questionable individuals as we try to explore here. The 2.0 update with the full Monster Hunter capability. Choose your hunting horn. It would be cute.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
How are we supposed to get into the lab?
Have you had any new ideas for getting inside the lab?
Not a one, unfortunately. I believe asking at the fort is our best hope.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Any thoughts about how to get into the lab?
Got any of your own ideas on how we might get into the lab?
Well, I think Jake has the right idea. We should ask for help at the fort.
We should get a move on.
Then why are we here? Mocha, welcome in and thank you for the lurk. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. No orb. There's no orb, Morgansta.
Must take ages for any correspondence to get out here.
Probably beats having to hike into town, though.
Looks like Clark missed his last mail delivery.
Wonder what it was.
Seems to be from another scientist.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged your display to discredit you, you were undaunted. After enduring such a trying year, I know how much building that lab out there meant to you. A turning point in your fortunes, or so it seemed. Yet I am sure you will persevere once more. One day when rationality again prevails in the halls of government and this silly thing is lifted, I hope to take you up on your offer of a tour. If you've returned to the bosom of civilization by then, all the better. With warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersole.
Nethersole.
How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
Okay.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. There must be at least 30 empty bottles in these crates.
I once drank 10 bottles of sarsaparilla for a bet.
Did you win?
Well, yes, and no.
Oh, what do you mean, no?
Doing some tidying, are we?
We might find some use for these. Come help me. I can't carry them all myself.
Hey, I ain't gonna start belly aching if you want to go around collecting refuse. Might fetch us a few shillings if we sell them back at the Jack of Diamonds.
There you go. And some for you.
Thanks.
Dr. Clark really... The good doctor was pretty self-sufficient out here.
No, Morganson, no orb.
Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself. Wonder. Locked up tight.
Whoever closed this place up really didn't want anybody getting in.
This is one of the sturdiest locks I've ever seen.
I think we're gonna need to get creative. The fort stockpile might have something that could help.
She thought this wasn't good enough?
Empty sas... No use. This lock is way too complicated.
I think we're gonna... The fort...
I had a friend who was real good at lockpicking.
Mighty handy set of tools to have around.
Look sharp, Danny. No telling what we might find out here.
Right you are, Miss Leger.
Rebound.
Wonder if Dr.
Alright. I think we can travel over this way, maybe.
What are you doing? This is no place for sightseers.
Who are you? What are you talking about?
What in the ether are you talking about?
Such disrespect. You toy with forces you do not understand.
The lady asked you a question, sir.
Heed my warning. Stay away from this place. Its mysteries are not for you.
Hey, wait! You forgot your... hat?
Is it tinfoil?
What's that all about?
Good question.
What is this thing she picked up?
Tinfoil. Why was that man wearing it as a hat?
Let's give it to them. Put it on your head.
Appreciate it, but I've already got a hat.
No thanks.
This isn't really my style.
She put it on at least. I was surprised. He won, but at what cost?
No sign of that odd bearded fellow. I wonder where he scampered off to.
I reckon we got ourselves bigger fish to fry right now, Miss Leger.
Oh, look at them zoom. Vroom!
Hey, look, a show!
What a racket.
She's pretty good, though.
Excuse me? I said, excuse me. Hey!
Caramba, you made me miss. What do you want?
Who are you? What are you doing? Do you know anything about the nearby lab?
Who are you, and what are you doing out here?
I am Marisol de la Vega, Lieutenant General of the Constitutional Army of New Spain.
Oh, wow.
My compadre is Corporal Eugenio Garcia.
Pleasure. I'm Harley Leger, and these are my associates Jake Ackerman and Danny Luo.
Good to meet you. In answer to your second question, Eugenio and I are practicing our shooting while we wait for our jefe to conclude his business.
Who is it you're waiting for? Their boss. They just said their jefe.
Who did you say you were waiting for?
Our leader, General Filomeno Marquez. Surely you've heard of him.
Why, of course, the great General Marquez. Nope, the name doesn't ring any bells.
Afraid not.
Híjole, it really is true. Vespuccians don't pay attention to anything unless it happens right in front of their faces. You do not know of the new Spanish Revolution?
Should I?
Ugh.
Tell me about the revolution. Gonna lurk so you can decompress and head to bed? Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Go, thank you so much again for the raid and for the lurk. Really appreciate it. Please get some good decompression and rest well when you retire for the evening. Good night, sweet dreams. Ay caramba, Toshiro. Ay caramba. De la Vega? Zoro's cousin? Oh, maybe. Man, haven't heard of Zoro in a long time. Tell me about the revolution.
What about this revolution, then?
I do not have the time or the desire to explain the particulars of our struggle to you. Pick up a non-imperialist periodical if you can find one, and you might learn something.
Do you know anything about the nearby lab?
Do you know anything about the laboratory just over yonder?
That abandoned wreck is a laboratory?
It was at some point.
Clearly you know more about it than I do.
That's all for now. Happy shooting.
Thanks, gringa.
Oh, wow.
Best not to disturb her unless I've got something to say.
Híjole!
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Who was that bearded man?
Any idea who that odd fellow with the beard was?
Not a clue. Sure seemed a few cows short of a herd, didn't he?
I'll say. Let's hope he doesn't cause us any trouble. Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Vaya.
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Who was that odd fellow with the beard?
Who do you suppose that odd bearded fellow was?
I don't know, but I hope we don't run into him again. He gave me a strange feeling.
We should get a move on.
Caramba!
Nobody in sight, but I'm sure there are guards somewhere. Hey, anybody in there?
What is it?
We want to get inside the fort. Do you know anything about the lab nearby? What goes on in this fort?
Would you happen to know anything about the lab just over that way?
No, and quite frankly, I don't care to.
Toshiro, she had some choice words, didn't she? We want to get inside the fort.
We'd like to come in, please.
More unannounced visitors? Must be my lucky day. What country exiled you?
None. We just want to speak with Captain Stokes.
Afraid he's indisposed.
Why don't you tell Stokes that Jake Ackerman needs a word.
Gentleman Jake?
At your service.
We're not in the market for entertainment. It's like I said. Oh, dad blasted. Would you knock it off with the shooting already? I can't hear myself think!
You can't think?
You call yourself a soldier when the sound of gunfire sets you quivering like a coward? Pathetic.
Look, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
What goes on in the sport?
What do you all get up to in this place?
I'm really not at liberty to say, ma'am.
We really need to see Captain Stokes. Yeah, it was a kind of short wick. I agree.
I wouldn't be asking to see Captain Stokes if it wasn't important.
I opened the gate for the last person who said that to me today. And what did I get as a reward? His 2 cronies raising hell for the past hour. No, ma'am, not again.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
Híjole!
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
I was just getting to the port.
How can we get into the fort?
The guard seems upset about all the noise. Maybe he'll warm to us if we can figure out some way to take care of it.
We should get a move on.
Yeah.
Sturdy.
Open.
No handles. Must only open from the inside.
The knock. Lunar, thank you for the raid. Welcome invaders. How was your stream? What are y'all up to?
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
How are we supposed to get into the fort?
Good question. I figured it'd be a breeze, but the guard's ornery as a mama bear with a sore teat. We need to figure out how to get on his good side.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Alright, let's talk to them.
Híjole!
That thing has seen some action.
Hopefully they'll stop talking or stop shooting if I get their attention. They're
You
gonna
again? What is it now?
Alright, there we go. Welcome invaders again from Lunar. Thank you for the raid. How was Repo? Welcome in Octa. Welcome in Lunar Oatmeal. Welcome in Takara. Welcome in Raiders. Playing Repo with friends. Did you have a fun time? Did you manage to not get caught and do the mission of collection? Welcome in Raiders. Cheer party cheer. Those who don't know Lunar Oatmeal, please go check them out. They were last seen playing with friends in the game Repo. Hopefully a very chill time over there. And for anyone new, welcome in once more. My name is Owlin. I'm a blue dog who likes to give you a cozy place to be. Today we're exploring 2 sponsored games with a Western theme. And currently we're playing through a point-and-click adventure called Rosewater. I hope you'll enjoy your stay here with us. You had a ton of fun? I bet. It sounds like everyone has been just having a delightful experience playing through that game. Especially since it sounds like there's also other mods of it too to help enhance the experience. Lunar Oatmeal, I'm not sure if you're aware, but we do celebrate those who subscribe, rate in, or gift a subscription with the mini game I made called the OW RPG. If you win this mini game, you receive an illustration from me, and all you gotta do to play is say yes and hang around a few minutes. Would you be interested in playing? Wahoo! I will take that as a yes. Alright, let me get it ready for you. Alrighty, this is for Team Lunar Oatmeal. To celebrate them rating in, please type an exclamation point join. May you all defeat the dragon. And accompanying illustration for Lunar Oatmeal. Again, this is for Team Lunar Oatmeal. Please type an exclamation point join. Last call to help out the team. Please type an exclamation point join. Alright everyone, let's do our best. There's the dragon. Here's Team Lunar Oatmeal, led by Lunar Oatmeal, the Machine, and Toshiro. We have the Owl Blast. The Rhythm Blast. Critical hit. There's Sephiroth. They're a cutie. Please type exclamation point blast to help the team with their final strike. Here goes Turquoise, blessing the team. Big damage. Big damage with the Turquoise strike. But no, not quite enough. Experience points are being distributed. Congratulations to Lunar Oatmeal, now level 3. Wow! Little Machine needs 6 more points. Toshiro needs 4 more points. And Turquoise also needs 4 more points. Experience points have been distributed. Thank you all for helping out Team Lunar Oatmeal. And Lunar Oatmeal, thank you again for the raid. Really appreciate it. Glad you had a lot of fun playing Repo with your friends. And thank you all again for helping out the team. Oof. GG. Hi, Uri-san, GG. Orb, no orb. Badman? Mishan-san, ありがとうございます。なでなで、ありがとうございます。いらっしゃいませ。Did you do the shooting elsewhere? Yes, orb. No, no orb.
Say, do you think you could practice your shooting somewhere else?
Why?
The fort guard isn't happy about the noise.
Well, then maybe he should choose another profession.
I bet he could beat you at shooting. I don't know about that. How much will it take you to shoot somewhere else? Oh, she's probably gonna, get Jake to do it. Yeah.
You're pretty good, but I bet I can beat you at shooting.
I am the best shot in New Spain.
Care to prove it?
Gladly. But a large stationary target such as this is not suitable for a contest. If you wish to challenge me, find some moving targets.
Can we use these bottles as targets?
Indeed, we can. Very well. Prepare to be humiliated.
Uh-oh.
Say, Jake, could you give us a hand?
My pleasure.
Oh no,
How many
why don't I make
bottles
him
are
do
there?
it?
About 30.
Then we will each shoot at 5. Whoever breaks the most wins.
Sounds fair.
No.
I am feeling generous this morning. Would you like the opportunity to practice first?
Oh yes. I would, thanks. No, I'm sure I could beat you. Should I practice or be like, nah, I could do it. I don't gotta practice. Knowing our heroine, she's got a lot of hubris and a lot of confidence in her skills. I think she'll say, no, I can beat you.
Kind of you to offer, but I think I can hold my own.
Suit yourself.
Ready with those bottles, Jake?
Yep, get ready. Set. Bottle in the air.
Damn it.
Bottle
Oops.
in the air.
I'll get the next one.
Incoming.
Damn it.
Bottle in the air.
Damn it.
This is too hard.
You missed. My turn.
Incoming.
Anda.
Oh, she's too good. I should have practiced.
Take that.
Incoming.
I kind of thought it was gonna be a little slower. She's kicking my booty.
Bottle in the air.
Híjole. I win. Better luck next time, sweetheart.
Jake, I thought you were gonna help me, man.
Vaya.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Got any shooting advice? Why don't you shoot the bottles?
How about an encore of your juggling ball trick? Beat that lady at shooting, and we can get her to practice elsewhere.
I see. Not a bad plan, but I make it a point never to perform without a crowd. Ask Danny. He's a good shot, but a little practice couldn't hurt him.
Oh, it's because it's not him, it's Danny who knows how to do it.
You're good with your gun. What's the best way to hit a moving target?
Oh, well, I find concentration.
This guy's full of baloney.
Just visualize hitting the target and you won't go wrong.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
It's not him. That's what's happening. It's him. He must be the one doing it.
Anda.
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
You teach that show off a lesson.
You said before you were good with your pistols. Think you can teach that show off a lesson?
It'll be my pleasure.
Yes, go, Danny, go.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, she won't probably talk to him. Oh,
What
okay.
do you want, boy?
I think I'd like to beat you at that bottle shooting.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
All right, Danny.
All right, kid. Let's see what you got.
Why don't you go first? Show me how it's done.
My pleasure.
Ready, set, bottle in the air.
Damn.
Bottle in the air.
Take that.
Here we go.
Take that.
Incoming.
Híjole.
Bottle in the air.
Anda. Let's see you beat that.
Ready,
What?
Danny boy?
He only has to do 4.
Don't worry about the warnings. Just throw.
Holy moly, look at Danny go. Good job, Danny.
Don't believe this. Beaten by a
Watch your mouth, lady.
chinito de mierda.
No, you can't say that stuff.
Vámonos de aquí.
Yeah, you vamonos, you go. Vaya.
She's not a very good sport.
No.
Never mind her. That was some
That
fine
was-
shooting.
Foul language. Toshiro, thank you for the giant nervous. That was definitely me. I was like, I'm so good at this. Uh oh. Go, Danny, go. The best darn shooter in the West. Yeah, you see Danny? He just like, pow, pow, pow. He was even like, I don't need a cue, just do it. I'll just see it. Toshiro, yes. Shush. That's what you gotta tell her. Shush. You gotta do what was it? Gayate. Yeah, you be quiet. Don't say those words. Alright, that was quite impressive. You didn't have to show off. I would have beaten her eventually. Nah, I don't trust myself to do it. Just have them do it. That was quite impressive.
Sure was. You weren't kidding about being good with those pistols.
It was nothing. But thanks.
I would have liked to do it too, but we didn't have that many bottles.
That thing has seen some action.
Alright, can we go inside now, please?
Hey, guard!
What is it?
I got the noisy pest to leave.
Sure is a nice, peaceful morning, isn't it?
What happened to those cacophonous varmints?
They took their business elsewhere. Now, would you be so kind as to let us in?
So long as you promise to keep it down.
Deal.
I know exactly, Toshiro. That was not welcome.
Well now, what have we here?
I appreciate your hospitality, Captain, but I must admit I am perplexed by the change in your position.
It's not my position, General Marquez. It's the position of the government of the Commonwealth of Vespuccia. I have some discretion in the execution of my orders, but I'm sure you can appreciate that there's a chain of command.
I am, of course, most grateful for the aid you have rendered in the past. I am sure that your recommendations carry weight with your superiors. If you would be willing to lend your influence in support of our cause.
Perhaps we can speak of this at another time, Mr. Marquez. As I said, I have other concerns to deal with.
Of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
Captain Stokes, you're a difficult man to see.
Ackerman, how the hell are you?
Leave this to me. I'll have Stokes eaten from the palm of my hand.
Good day, Captain. Madam? Just a moment. I have seen you before.
Yeah, I think we saved you. Good to see you up and about. I'm surprised you saw anything after that fall.
That's right. I'm glad to see you on your feet again. That was a nasty tumble you had.
Ah, of course. The newspaper office. I owe you my thanks.
Happy to help.
What's your name, anyway?
Harley Leger. This is Danny Luo, and over there is Jake Ackerman.
Sir?
I am General Filomeno Marquez. Though Filomeno seems to be difficult for you Vespuccians, so you may call me Phil.
Phil it is. Good to meet you.
And you? What brings you to the fort?
We're just trying to get into the abandoned lab nearby. I'm not sure. Jake's the one with the plan. Just passing through.
We're looking for help getting into the abandoned lab back there.
And why might that old ruin interest you, eh?
We're looking for something. You sure ask a lot of questions. Might make a nice hotel.
We were thinking it might make a nice hotel. Just need to spruce it up a bit. Then we can charge folks for rustic desert stays.
A Vespuccian with a sense of humor. I suppose stranger things have happened. In any case, there may be something in there to interest me as well. In fact, I could get the laboratory open so we could both go in, if Stokes were not so stingy with his munitions.
How do you mean?
My specialty is demolitions and explosives. I just do not have any on hand right now. I thought perhaps the captain might once again be willing to assist a fellow warrior in a righteous cause, but...
It's like I told Mr. Marquez, my hands are tied. Much as I'd like to help, I've got enough to worry about with my men missing. In fact, I was just heading out to search, so if you'll excuse me.
Hold your horses, Captain. How about we come with? I'm sure you could use the extra eyes.
It's mighty kind of you, Ackerman. Can't promise it'll be safe, though. We'll be going near native territory.
Come on, Stokes. You forget who you're talking to? I laugh in the face of danger. We'll ride with you.
Your friend is quite the braggadocio, no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's part of his charm. Yeah, I noticed that myself. Sure, I can say nothing. A nice, shocking hotel, yes. So relaxing. You'll feel lighter in a matter of seconds. That's part of his charm.
That's Jake for you, as colorful as they come.
You're all in, then?
Apparently so.
I will accompany you as well.
Sorry, who are you?
Y'all can get acquainted on the trail. Let's get going. Sun's almost up. Appreciate y'all coming out with me. Strength in numbers and all that.
Our pleasure, Captain.
Exactly who is it you're looking for?
My first lieutenant, John Mulberry.
When did Mulberry go missing? Did you have any contact with Dr. Bennett Clark? I've only been stationed at the Fort Beaumont.
So when did your man go missing?
He left leading the patrol last evening and they never returned. I just hope the natives didn't get him. Things have been a bit tense of late.
You think they're responsible for Mulberry going missing? If the natives got Mulberry, what are we supposed to do? What exactly is your relationship with the natives?
How do your soldiers and the natives get on with each other?
Not too well, I'm sorry to say. We've allowed them their space, left them in peace, but somehow that ain't enough. They seem temperamentally disposed toward causing trouble.
Have you tried asking what's upset them?
Miss Legere, with all due respect, you've no idea what you're talking about. We've already given these folks an inch, but they have taken a mile. The government's tried appeasing them with treaties and such, but those ain't worth the paper they're written on. You'd sooner reason with a coyote.
Well, I think... Ah!
Oh, someone got his hat. Oh, dang.
Engines!
Uh-oh. Not the horse! Oh, no. Is that a bad end?
So far, we have been stymied in our efforts to search Clark's laboratory. Captain Stokes let out a search patrol, and he let all us supplicants tag along. But it wasn't enough to deter the native war party that ambushed us.
Ooh,
Stokes
corn.
slipped the trap laid for him, leaving us four to stand in his stead. Now we await intelligence of our captors and some sign of our fate.
Well, isn't this a fine turn of events?
No, 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 no. I know. But the corn.
Dried corn. At least we won't starve.
If that's all there is, starving might be preferable.
What are you talking about? This corn is delicious.
It's quite ornate. Brightens the place up, I suppose.
It is noble to find beauty in dark moments, but perhaps not so very useful.
Surprising they gave us such a nice looking area.
Must be for storage. Completely empty. Wonder what they use these for.
Head catchers would be my guess.
Hey, so funny.
It was not meant to be.
Uh-oh. Sora-san, nani? Ah? Sora-san, reido arigatou gozaimasu. Otsukaresama deshita. Fugu pass, blanc. Button-san yampas. Takenuki-san yampasu. Kurikami yampas. Slayer yampas. Blazy yampas. Welcome readers. Yampasu. Tea. Welcome readers. Matanui-san yampas. Dani-san yampasu again. Okawi-san yampas. Sora-san yampasu again. Reido arigatou gozaimasu. Otsukaresama deshita. Haishin wa dou deshita ka? How was your stream? What are you up to today? Julieta-san yampas. Mishan-san arigatou gozaimasu. Mizu o nomimasu. Uri-san yampasu. Ikiyo-san yampasu. You finally cleared portal! GG on clearing! Oh, I need to see your VOD archive. I want to see what you thought of the ending. She's lying! Nani? Sora-san. Sora-san, you didn't lie to me, right? You cleared portal? She cleared portal, right? She cleared it, right? Chi. Uri-san. Sora-san, clear deshita ka? You cleared? What do you mean, wada? Did you clear? I don't want to spoil anything. For those who don't know Sora-san, let me introduce her to you. Sora-san is an android living in Japan, and she likes to play a whole lot of different games. Recently, she's been playing through games like Portal, Bus Driving Simulator, a few other indie games like this Fugu hopping game, as well as The Last of Us on the hardest difficulty. She has a lot of fun interactive chat commands you can use at her place. And recently, the newest command that she added is a challenge, a Whitney Houston challenge, where you try to time your input with the sound of a drum. But yeah, Sora-san's super chatty, very friendly, and I always enjoy hanging out at her place when I get done with stream, which is why I'm surprised she's done before I am. So I hope you'll go check out my friend, go follow and give her a lot of love. She's also playing through the Nonary games with Ure-san and me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. PDT. That is Thursday morning at 11 a.m. JST. And she's the one who helps us get through all of the hexadecimal sections in that game. Please go follow and send her a lot of love. And for anyone new, welcome in once more. Minasan, irashaimase. Arin to moshimasu. Aoi inu desu. Today we are playing 2 sponsored games. And they are Western themed with cowboys. We just got captured right now. We got captured and we're trying to escape. But I hope you all enjoy your stay here with us. Sora-san, do you want to play my minigame? You saw stage 2. Oh. Maybe. Tabun, Uri-san tabun. Nani? I guess I'll have to look at the VOD so I can confirm where Sora-san was. Unbelievably, Sora-san made it. Julieta-san! Hontou desu ka? Really? She did it? Julieta-san wouldn't lie to me, right? Nyampasu. Sora added an easy mode for it. So many winners now. Oh, really? For the Whitney Houston challenge? I see. Thank you for always the kind words in the introduction. Of course, Sora-san. Kochira koso. Arigatou gozaimasu. Mochiron. Thank you. Toshiro, thank you for the giant cake. Gotta think about it. Thank you for the shout out to Uri-san as well. No orb. Hang-san, Yampasu. I'm good, thank you. Please continue the game. Okay, yeah. We're trying to escape right now. We are a journalist. Shinbun, yes, for the paper, the newspaper. And we got captured and trying to help look for a missing person.
Empty.
For now.
This basket's full of soap.
And at least we can keep clean.
Uh-huh. Except there is no water in here.
Then let's hope we can get out of here soon.
Unfortunately, Sora-san cleared. It's true. Really? Gomen nasai, Whitney Houston. You can do this all day? No orb. Let's take the soap.
I suppose all of these were made here. Quite a collection. I suppose Phil?
Eh?
Make a joke.
I never imagined volunteering for a search party would include free accommodation.
I must say, of everyone I have shared a jail cell with, you have the liveliest sense of humor.
You've been captured before?
So, this isn't the first time you've been locked up?
Certainly not. At least these people seem more hospitable to their prisoners than the Spanish.
Do you know what happened to Captain Stokes?
Did you see what became of Captain Stokes?
Yes, though I wish I had not. Pinche cobarde.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
No, that's not a good thing.
He turned and ran. Took his men and abandoned us. To think I held him as a man of honor. Bastardo!
Oh, no, bring it! Oh!
Easy there, Phil.
Forgive me, but I cannot abide a deserter.
It takes a low sort to abandon someone who's counting on you.
It looks like an interesting game. Ang-san, hi. このゲームは面白いです。It's kind of like the animal game you were playing. Very similar with the point and click nature of the game. How do we get out of here?
Got any suggestions for how we might get out of here?
Not just yet. I want to see how things play out.
What do you mean?
Something about this does not feel right. We know very little of our captors. I cannot devise anything until that changes.
I'll just be over here.
Alright, so he's gonna wait and watch to see what new information we might get. What about you, Danny?
Hey, Danny?
What is it?
It's Danny-san. Kochira wa Danny-san. Jay, oh my goodness, thank you for gifting a sub. Would you like playing a minigame? Heh. Thank you, Jay. Cheer party, cheer. You don't have to be so worried. Are you nervous? Will you stop pacing already? Yes, okay, let me get it ready for you. This is for Team J to celebrate their kindness and generosity in gifting a sub. Please type an exclamation point join. May you all defeat the dragon. And win an illustration for J. No orb. Last call to help out the team. Please type an exclamation point join. Alright everyone, let's do our best. There's the dragon. Here's Team J, led by Badman, Jay, and Donnie-san. That's Katz's cat. There's Uri-san. She's the best looking pup here. The Rico Moog will attack. Please type exclamation point blessed to help the team with their final strike. There goes a cutie, blessing the team. Big damage. Big damage with the cutie strike. But no, not quite enough. Experience points are being distributed. Congratulations to Badman, now level 48. Wow! Jay needs 2 more points to level up. Congratulations to Donnie-san, now level 55. Wow! And congratulations to Van, now level 4. Wow! Experience points have been distributed. Thank you all for helping out Team J. And Jay, thank you for the gift sub. It's really kind of you. Thank you. Oof. The dog is angry but cute. Yes, Ong-san, it's a very interesting mixture of emotion. Bunny-san, this is fine. GG, Soda-san. GG, everyone. Morgansta with the stare. Alright, let's see. Let's try to get out of here really quick. You don't have to be so worried.
Relax, Danny. It'll be okay.
You think so?
Sure. If these folks meant us any harm, they wouldn't have bothered capturing us.
I didn't think of it that way. I sure hope you're right.
Ever been in a situation like this before?
You and Jake must have gotten into scrapes like this before, right?
Well, I have, yes. Although it was before I met Jake. But is this really the time for stories?
Fair enough. Perhaps another time.
Why have all these folks been captured before? Did you see what happened to Captain Stokes?
Were you able to see how Captain Stokes fared?
I lost sight of him when I got knocked off my horse. I can't believe he just left us. Why would he do that?
Any ideas about escaping?
Got any thoughts on how we might get out of here?
They took my guns, so... not really. You should ask Jake. He's the one with all the clever tricks.
Apologies on your boss.
Hey, Jake?
Miss Legere?
You seem to be at ease.
Making yourself comfortable?
Not really. This bench is hard as a rock. Could do with some back support, too. But it's as good a place as any to think of a way out of here.
Did you see what happened to Captain Stokes?
Did you manage to see what became of Captain Stokes?
No, I was a mite preoccupied. Just as well. If I'd known he was running off, I'd have shown him a thing or two.
Ever been in a situation like this before?
Surely a fellow of daring do like yourself has been in a predicament like this before?
More times than I can count.
How'd you manage to get free?
Well, you gotta understand, every situation's different. Easiest way's usually bribing a guard, but sometimes you gotta get creative. Well, this one time but no, that wouldn't work here.
Why not?
'Cause I'd need a few things, and coming by them in here will be next to impossible.
If you've got a plan, it's at least worth trying.
I reckon you're right. Main thing I need is something pliable, like wax or soft wood. Then something sharp to shape it with, and finally some shiny material. Metallic looking would be best. Find me those things, and we might be in business.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
This is kind of shiny.
Did smashing that pot make you feel any better?
It did, yes.
Alright, what do we got in our possession here? Oh, I had this shiny thing already. Okay, cool. So he can use this sharp object to shape the soap, and then this tinfoil hat I have to combine. Smell, ooh.
Smells like lye.
Oh. Smells like lye, okay. Select. Let's start putting it on people.
Soap? Just what are you trying to say?
Just curious.
Do I smell bad?
No, I was just showing you soap.
Is this pliable enough for you?
This'll do nicely.
You want this hat? I offered it to the other two gentlemen. Let's see what he says.
Unless it is a key to that door, I am not interested.
Alrighty, let's give it to this guy. You do the barking.
Will this work for what you need?
Shiny and metallic. Perfect.
Alright, let's grab this.
This ceramic shard's got a very sharp edge.
I know I lost my temper. No need to remind me.
I should have shown the other objects here. That's okay.
Are you threatening me? What did I do?
Nothing.
No.
I'm just showing this to you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, here you go.
This sharp enough for you?
It'll do, it'll do. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You got everything.
Sure did. Now, will you tell me about this plan of yours?
I'm bluffing our way out of here. Give me a few minutes and you'll see what I mean.
I wonder if he's gonna make some kind of sculpture.
Voila.
Oh, wow.
You carved a gun out of soap and wrapped it in tinfoil?
That's right.
Clever. What a silly idea. That's imaginative.
It's certainly creative, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Necessity is the mother of invention, as they say. Anyhow, soon as somebody comes in, I'll draw this and catch them off guard. You knock them out in the confusion, then we make our escape.
And you have confidence this will work?
These folk don't know firearms, they can't tell the difference.
But, what if...
Hello in there? I'm coming inside.
Well, ain't this fortuitous?
No, don't do it. She sounds friendly.
Greetings. I'm Nadine. I've come to...
Hands up!
Is that a fake gun?
Yes?
Don't mind my friend here. Nadine, was it?
Yes, Nadine Redbird.
Harley Leger.
Why have you come? Are you the same Nadine Doc Sedgwick mentioned? You have to get us out of here. Tell your leader we're not scared. Are you the same Nadine Doc Sedgwick mentioned?
Wait a minute. Weren't you Doc Sedgwick's apprentice?
That's right. You know him?
We spoke briefly, and he took care of Phil over there.
That's good. I do miss working with him.
Does that mean this is a medical call?
The chief sent me to make sure none of you were hurt. She also wants to speak with whoever's in charge of your group.
That would be me.
All due respect, sir, but after that little trick you just pulled, you're out of the running.
I'll go then.
All right, come with me. I bring you Miss Harley Leger, representing the captives.
Thank you, Nadine. You may return and tend to the others.
I will.
Enter and be welcome. You may call me Chief Lutzi. I am responsible for the people of this village.
Pleasure's all mine.
You have violated the borders of the Autumn Nation, duly established by recognized treaty with your government. Miss Leger, why are you here?
We were looking for some soldiers. Your people attacked us. We were just riding along with Captain Stokes. We were looking for some soldiers.
Captain Stokes is missing some troops, and we were helping in the search.
You serve Stokes. Curious. You do not dress like a soldier.
We have nothing to do with the fort.
Who are you then?
I'm a journalist for the Rosewater Post. My companions and I are researching Dr. Bennett Clark. We only came to Stokes to ask for help getting inside the abandoned laboratory on the other side of the valley. Thought maybe you could spare some dynamite or something. But first we had to ride with him to find First Lieutenant Mulberry and his missing men.
I see. What did he tell you of us?
Let's just say he didn't paint a very pretty picture.
Unsurprising. Do you share his opinion?
Of course not. Stokes is no friend of mine. I'm still alive and that counts for something. I don't know. Wilderness Captive isn't exactly a good show of faith. I'm still alive and that still counts for something.
Well, you haven't killed me yet, so I'd like to take that as a good sign.
The Autumn mean you no harm, Miss Leger. However, for months, the fort soldiers have routinely violated our borders and harassed our people. Just last night, a band of them came, led by this man, Mulberry. They attacked us in our fields and set fire to our crops.
Were any of your people, hurt? What became of the soldiers? What was the outcome? Were any people hurt?
Were there any casualties among your people?
No deaths, although a number were burned or wounded in the fight. As for Mulberry, we captured him. He is under guard in one of our empty storehouses. Stokes has turned our village into a prison, and now he is recruiting civilians to come after us. I fear this will not end until everything we have has been turned to ash. But I cannot allow that. Something must be done.
This poor lady, she just wants to protect her village, and it sounds like the other people are trying to run her out. Is there any way we can help? There must be a way to get Stokes to back off.
You're right. Can we help you in any way?
I believe so. And you can get what you're after as well.
I'm listening.
Our scouts have observed an army wagon making regular deliveries to the fort from Rosewater. It comes in the night, when few others are willing to travel, and always it arrives a day or two after the train stops in town.
Then that would be... tonight? I just arrived on the latest train into Rosewater.
Yes, exactly. I cannot know for sure, but I believe this wagon carries supplies, along with weapons and munitions. The soldiers use these to strengthen themselves, then come and deprive us of what little we have. If you and your people were to obtain them, it would be to our mutual benefit. We would have a means of defense, you would have the tools to enter this laboratory, and Stokes would be deprived of his armaments.
Tauntaun, welcome in. Thank you for the 11 months. Hello, Tauntaun. Aroof. How are you? Thank you so much for the 11 months of support. Cheer, party, cheer. Cheer, party, cheer. Let me know if you want to play my mini game. Hi, Tauntaun. Hope you've been doing well. Always good to see you. Yeah? Okay, let me get it ready for you. Whoops, 1 second. This is for Team Tauntaun. To celebrate their support of the channel for 11 months, please type an exclamation point join. You all defeat the dragon and win an illustration for Tauntaun. Also, can we get a shout out for Tauntaun? If you haven't met them, please go check them out. Tauntaun's a meowing pup who likes to play a lot of different games, usually retro games and some of the newer releases like Monster Hunter Wilds. Has also been checking out Monster Hunter Generations. You. Morgonsta, thank you for gifting a sub as well. We'll play for you right after. Yeah, of course, Tauntaun. We get to play some more Monster Hunter in the near future. Nice hype! Hi, Button-san, arigatou! Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. $24-hour? No, no 24 hours. Yeah, we should definitely do some more hunting. Dragon, meet your doom soon! Astral, welcome in. And yes, Jay, thank you again for the gift sub. Last call to help out the team. Alrighty, everyone, let's do our best. There's the dragon. Here's Team Tauntaun led by, oh my goodness, Chi, Morgonsta, and Jay. We have the Celerity Blast. There's me. It's just me. Please type exclamation point blast to help the team with their final strike. Oh my goodness, there goes Jay blessing his team. Big damage to the very brownie pup. But no, not quite enough. Experience points are being distributed. She needs 5 more points to level up. Morgasta needs 4 more. Congratulations to Jay, now level 36. Wow! Experience points have been distributed. Thank you all for helping out Team Tauntaun. Tauntaun, thank you for the 11 months of support. Really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. And thank you all for helping out Team Tauntaun. We got one more here for Morgasta. This is for Team Morgasta to celebrate their kindness and generosity in gifting a sub. Please type an exclamation point join. Toshiro, just the best looking pup around here. Monk. Toshiro, thank you. Thank you for the kind words and for the 100 bits. Monk. Again, this is for Team Morgasta. Please type an exclamation point join. Last call to help out the team. All right, everyone, let's do our best. There's the dragon. Here's Team Morgasta, led by Tauntaun, Astral, and Turquoise. We have the cat Nut. There's Pam's. Best looking pup here. The Celerity Blast. Big damage. Please type exclamation point blast to help the team with their final strike. There goes Astral, blasting a team. Big damage with the final strike. But no, not quite enough. Experience points are being distributed. Tauntaun needs 1 more point to level up. Congratulations to Astral, now level 3. Wham! Turquoise needs 3 more points. Experience points have been distributed. Thank you all for helping out. Team Morgasta. And Morgasta, thank you again for the gift sub. Really appreciate it, thank you. Wak wak wak. GG, Soda-san. And Dani-san. Do. You fail me yet again, Starscream. Dragon, you may be strong, but you'll be annihilated for the meantime. Remember the red dragon. Big damage with the final strike, but no orb. No orb, exactly. No. Oof. Let's see if we can figure out how to help the folks here. Dragon wins again. Won't raiding the army wagon be dangerous? I'm sure my companions are up to it. Are you sure that the raid will be worth it? They're probably up for it.
It's a bold move, but I think my companions will be willing to aid your cause.
I am glad to hear it.
Tonight, then, huh?
Tonight, or not at all. The cover of darkness will be to your advantage. Our scouts have also noted that only 2 men guard the wagon.
Guess I'd better tell the others and get to planning.
You are welcome to rest here in the meantime.
Thank you, Chief Lutzi.
May the Earthmaker guide you.
Ooh, Earthmaker. Exciting.
Everyone in good shape?
Mr. Lua has some minor bruising, but your friends are otherwise healthy.
Good to know. Hey, fellas, come on out here. We got some business to discuss.
I take it your meeting with the chief went well?
The Autumn aren't our enemies. We need each other's help. Still is worse than we thought. Hope you boys are up for a little excitement.
It did. These are good people who can help us if we help them.
Helped them? With what?
With Stokes and the fort. Turns out the reason Mulberry didn't come back is that he was taken prisoner while conducting an unprovoked raid on this village. A raid Stokes himself ordered.
What?
Army soldiers have been crossing into Otham territory and attacking them without justification.
It's true. I have treated many of the wounded myself.
Hijo de la... We cannot let this injustice stand.
That is troubling. But what can we do about it?
Chief Lutzi suggested we hit him where it hurts, the fort's supply chain. So we'll be carrying out our own raid on a delivery wagon.
And to think just yesterday you were having reservations about robbing folk. Reckon it's true what they say about the frontier changing people.
For a good cause. I have no qualms about, oh no! This is our best chance to get what we're after. For a good cause.
It may be stealing, but we're doing it to help the Otham. I can live with that.
Sometimes one must perform distasteful acts in service of a righteous cause.
Now listen up, because we've got some preparations to make. And the wagon will be coming through tonight, according to the chief. We can get the munitions Phil needs to get us into the lab, along with some weapons and supplies for the Otham.
Ah, the old 1-2 punch. I like it.
Only question is, what's the best approach?
I'm thinking we create a distraction. We get the wagon to stop, then you and I keep the driver occupied while Danny and Phil sneak the stuff out.
I prefer a more direct approach. You said the wagon was poorly guarded, eh? We have enough fighters to overpower them. When they see they are outmatched, we should be able to take what we need without firing a shot.
Wouldn't it be better to do this without drawing any attention? You could set up a roadblock, then sneak out what you need while they investigate.
All good plans. Have you got anything, Danny?
No, but I think we should be careful. Something like this could so easily go wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
So, what's it going to be?
Jake, distract the driver while Danny and Phil loot the wagon. Phil, attack the wagon directly. Nadine, create a roadblock and sneak the supplies out. I like the sneaky one.
Let's go with Nadine's suggestion.
I do think it's best if none of us are seen committing this act of banditry.
Agreed. This is a stealth job. Nadine and I will search the wagon. You boys hang back and take whatever we unload. Well, we better get ready. Let's hope this goes off without a hitch.
Sneaky. Pick Nadine's plan.
What in tarnation? What's all this crap in the road? Oh, they don't pay me enough for this. Buford, get up here and help me.
We should hurry. I don't think we'll have long.
Uh-oh. Probably this thing.
Looks like it's full of apples.
Oh, apples.
Well, well, isn't this fancy? I think this one is rifle ammunition.
Well, let's take that.
Let's get this out of here.
I'm not done. I want to look at this thingy here. Oh, really? I can't use that? Oh, open?
I don't know the combination.
Oh.
Seems to be full of pickled fish. The fort's soldiers are definitely well lubricated. Judging from the smell, this is corn flour.
Should probably take the flour.
No indication of what's inside. They're all marked Rosewater.
Isn't this delivery coming from Rosewater?
They're all marked.
Isn't this...
Oops, I should probably
No
open it.
indicate. Just a bunch of uniforms.
That might be useful.
This looks promising. Not while that crate's...
We haven't much time.
Some basic cookware for...
Let's just take this one.
Nadine, help me.
I wonder if I don't really want to take this, but
Help me with this.
I mean, I guess they won't be able to go anywhere
It's
without it.
taken too long already. We need to get moving.
We still don't have any explosives.
Check the big trunk.
That's what I was trying to do.
Jackpot. Here's some dynamite.
And a good cache of firearms. These should serve the Otham well.
There's also a letter.
What does it say?
It's a manifest. Hang on. Here's the combination for that safe.
Oh, I'm glad she's been here.
Damned.
What is it?
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Odd.
Gold.
Why deliver these to the fort?
Good question. Too bad they're marked. We could have had a nice payday. Right. Let's get out of here.
You have come back to us. Did you obtain what you needed?
Yes, with this dynamite, getting into the lab will be quite easy.
Then I am glad the raid proved fruitful.
Chief Lutzi, I am curious. Now that you can arm your people, what is your plan?
I can certainly understand your curiosity, General Marquez.
You know me?
We are close enough to the new Spanish border to keep informed of current events. To answer your question, we will defend ourselves. Peace has not worked against those who wish to harm us, so we must answer them with force.
You strike me as a wise and capable leader, but allow me to offer one piece of advice. Do not underestimate your enemy. Nothing angers a tyrant like a show of resistance.
I appreciate it, General, but I believe we will overcome.
I truly hope you do.
We found something else. A safe filled with Aurum bars.
And you did not take any?
They were all marked. Traceable. We'd have no use for them.
Caramba. It is always something, isn't it?
The last thing we need is the Royals on us for stealing their Aurum.
The Royal Police? Nah, out here they'd send in the army. Or God forbid, the Blackburns.
The Union Busters?
Unions, heads, you name it.
The big question is, why send Aurum to the fort?
An intriguing line of inquiry, but I ain't sure the fort's dealings should concern us.
Perhaps not. But I am curious as well. Something unusual is happening here. Stokes was all too happy to aid our cause before my exile. Now he acts like a stranger. It cannot be a coincidence. I am going to charge my Lieutenant General with finding out more about these shipments.
Chasing more wagons full of Aurum?
Something like that. It is clear there will be no more aid from Stokes now, and I still have an army to outfit. Perhaps we will find something we can actually keep.
If money's what you're after, maybe you'd entertain the notion of joining our posse. That goes for you too, Miss Redbird.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain everything on the way back to the lab. Danny, you stay here and help unload the supplies. You can give Nadine the lowdown. Come meet us at the lab when you're done.
Will do.
I am sending one of our hunters to return Mulberry to the fort. He can show you the way back.
Much appreciated. Right, let's get a move on. You coming with us, Miss Legere?
I don't want to miss the explosion. I'll make sure you don't get blown up, of course.
And missing all the fireworks when you finally set them off? I think not. And can it with the Miss Legere bunk? It's Harley.
Duly noted. Now let's get going.
Just one more thing before you go, Harley. You said you were a journalist, yes?
That's right.
Do you believe the townspeople would take an interest in our cause?
Some might. I can certainly tell my employer about the treatment you've received.
Please do. I have a statement I would like you to carry back. The Otham are a peaceful people. We wish to be your good neighbors and friends. But if a Vespuccian soldier or any other person comes with violent intent to harm us, we will do what we must to protect our people.
Got it. Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
I'll make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here. Well, would you look at that? Didn't think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm. And who knows? Maybe some collector out there would be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
Yep.
The flag Stokes was carrying.
Pity it's in such a sorry state.
I shouldn't leave this here.
It's good to see someone who respects their country.
I wonder how things will go for the Otham now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope. Provided they don't point them at us.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Ask about him. What brought you to Vespuccia?
So how did you wind up here in Vespuccia?
That is a very long story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps another time?
Fair enough.
What happened at the Rosewater Post?
I have to ask, what went on at the Rosewater Post?
That so-called newspaper editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over, that we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated, we will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
Rough break.
Yes.
Right. Carry on. Can we talk?
What's on your mind? 'Cause you know I've been wondering about the Otham. What do you suppose will happen to them now that they're armed with guns?
The soldiers will respect their borders. They'll be able to defend themselves. The soldier will declare war on them. Probably some.
I don't know. But at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to him.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
You're quite certain you know what you're doing?
Just leave everything to me, and stand far, far back.
Oh man, he can run.
Impressive work there, Phil.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Man. Got a lot of new entries in here. It's actually a really cool way for them to keep a history so you know what happened. There's a lot she wrote down. Alright folks, we're going to call it here for the evening, but I want to say thank you all for joining me today. I had a lot of fun exploring these two Western games with you all, and a big thank you to Application Systems Heidelberg for providing us a copy of Rosewater. We'll have to find out next time what happens when we go inside and see if the treasure is inside this laboratory. But let's see who's on we show love to. I will be on again tomorrow, or later today, depending where you are, with some more Monster Hunter Wilds. And then on the weekend we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But let's see who's on. Bum, bum. Why don't we go over here? Right. We're gonna go some level over to McDoodle. They're doing some saxophone playing right now. Yes, thank you all for being here. Hope you had a fun time. I did. And I'll see you all later on for some Monster Hunter Wilds. I hope you'll hunt with me. And some more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the weekend. Bon nuit, Sora-san. Mata ne. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Good night, little machine. Good night, Morgasta. Good night, Chi. Good night, Michael. Oyasumi, Dani-san. Good night, Kamu-san. Oyasumi. Thank you for hanging out. Good night, Broily. Good night, Badman. Good night, Astral. Good night, Turquoise. Good night, Jelly. No orb. Good night, Badman. Mata ne. Oyasumi. Yumi o. Quack quack. Take care, everyone. Itadashai.